Ooh, welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May the 2nd, 2023, and we finally found the answers of the draft. We found out all the draft picks. There's a lot of NXT call-ups for both Raw and SmackDown, but they're doing this thing called the free agents. But ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Brock Lesnar is not a free agent for a gimmick. He put in his contract that in the future now, he's a free agent. He could go on Raw and SmackDown, but the guys at SmackDown Lowdown and on Raw, they said they're free agents, but they could come to Raw and SmackDown, but they had to choose which one they want to be in. Brock Lesnar doesn't have to choose. But the rest of the people, I got the list here. But they got John Cena in here. He's not one of them. And Aaliyah James is not one of them. But the rest of them is one of them. Is the guys that had to choose to be part of what brand, what they want to be. Remember, everything is confirmed, is official after Backlash. This Sunday, everything is official. Everybody stays in their brands. I don't know about the tag team titles. We know the women's tag titles will be dependent on both Raw and SmackDown, of course. But the World Championship will be defended on SmackDown. Because I already told you guys that Roman Reigns got drafted on SmackDown on Friday nights. So now the World Heavyweight Champion, whoever wins the World Heavyweight Champion, will just defend it on Raw against Raw guys. So this is the list of free agents, and then I will tell you guys who's on Raw and who's on SmackDown. The total superstars that's on those brands and the NXT guys. And we got 2 NXT guys as a free agents. Not really good ones, but yep. We got, ladies and gentlemen, Baron Corbin. Cedric Alexander. My screen just turned black. Cedric Alexander. Dolph Ziggler. Elias. On here it says Eric Young. He did not get drafted yet. Logan Paul. Mustafa Ali. MVP. MVP is the one that somehow got Omos as a free agent. So Omos, Shelton Benjamin, and the 2 guys from NXT, Von Wanger and Zion Quinn. I don't know why those guys. A thingamabobber. Why they're not getting drafted, but they could come to Raw and SmackDown very soon when they choose what they want to be in. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a long list of Monday Night Raw. This is from Friday Night SmackDown, SmackDown Lowdown, and Raw Talk. So here we go. We got Cody Rhodes, The Imperium, Becky Lynch, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, The Miz, Indy Hartwell. Oh, I forgot Shinsuke. Never mind. Shinsuke Nakamura, then Indy Hartwell. And then we got some NXT guys. This is from SmackDown Lowdown. J.D. McDuggan. Wow. Zoe Stark. The Viking Raiders. Maximal Male Models. Apollo Crews. Natalia. Candice LeRae. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Dexter Lumis. And this was on Monday Night Raw. This is the other half of the draft from TV. We got Rhea Ripley. She was the first draft pick. Seth freaking Rollins. Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn. The Judgment Day. All 3 guys. So the Judgment Day is still together. The Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. The New Day. Trish Stratus. I guess both brands has a Hall of Famer. Edge got drafted on SmackDown on Friday nights. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Bronson Reed, Alpha Academy from NXT, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. And they're going for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles on NXT when the Tag Team Champions, they're on SmackDown now. And now the Challengers is on Raw now. What is the point of this match? What is the point of the Io and Bianca Belair match for the Raw Women's Championship when Io and Bianca on Friday nights got drafted on SmackDown? They're not fighting for the Raw Women's Championship anymore. So that's interesting. Now this is from Raw Talk. I just watched this to get to these guys because I didn't watch SmackDown Lowdown. I had to look it up on Saturday, but I have the video to do today, so I watched Raw Talk. Now I didn't have to wait until somebody posted on the internet, and then I make the video. So we got Dana Brooke, Nikki Cross, Johnny Gargano, Humberto and Angel, Akira Tozawa. I'm surprised he's not a free agent. Piper Niven, Tegan Knox, Riddick Moss. He's now not Madcap Moss. He's Riddick Moss. Emma and the 3 NXT guys that got called up to Monday Night Raw. Odyssey Jones, Jinder Mahal, Sangha, and Veer. Technically, Jinder and Veer already been in the main roster already. Sangha hasn't. That was Shanky. So nobody said anything about Shanky. Is he injured? I don't know. SmackDown has the Bloodline, Roman Reigns and Solo and Paul Heyman, Bianca Belair, Edge, the Street Profits, Bobby Lashley, the OC, Damage Control, Alba Fire, and Island Dawn. And this is from SmackDown Lowdown. They didn't do that much. They got 4 because they got Hit Row, and there's 3 of them. Hit Row and Lacey Evans. And this is from TV. From Monday Night Raw, we got Austin Theory. Of course, he will be in there because the Intercontinental Champion is going to be on Thingamabobber on Raw. Just like with Rhea Ripley got drafted on Raw because Bianca Belair is on SmackDown. We got Charlotte Flair, the Usos. The Bloodline's still together. They might not when Roman comes back and starts beating up the Usos because they didn't win the championships. Technically, they got rid of the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn problem. They're on Raw. The Bloodline's on SmackDown. Next is the LWO. All the guys. Ray, Santos, Joaquin, Cruz, and Vega. We got Asuka, the Brawling Brutes, Karen Cross, LA Knight, Chauncey, and the NXT that got drowned on NXT, Pretty Deadly, Rick Boogs, Cameron Grimes. I'm happy for that one. And ladies and gentlemen, the 2 people that from Raw Talk was Tamina and Grayson Waller. Wow. What a list. What a list, guys. And there's a lot of NXT guys. I'm hoping that Triple H doesn't do what Vince McMahon does. Call these NXT guys up and they flop and nobody cares about these guys. We got happy. We got excited that they got called up. Will they deliver? Will Triple H deliver and give these guys opportunities? Please give them opportunities. Because some of them are really good to see. And I want to see Odyssey Jones do really great. I haven't seen him a lot on NXT. Maybe he's on NXT Level Up. But I never watched NXT Level Up. So, and he was on Main Event a couple of times. And I don't watch Main Event. So I want to see what this guy could do. Because they don't show him on NXT that much. He got beat up by Braun Breaker last week. And I want to see him wrestle. See more of him. And I want to see Cameron Grimes actually have good matches. There's a lot of great wrestlers in these brands, and I can't wait. Omos, I don't give a rat's butts where the heck Omos goes. Omos is like the Great Khali and the Satana Singh guy from AEW. They're useless. Useless giants. And guess what? He was in a match tonight. On Raw. Oh my god. Before we get to this, we heard some good news for Corey Graves and Carmella. Carmella wasn't drafted because she won't be here on WWE for a couple months. Because she is pregnant. Congrats to the lovely couple, and they're expecting their first child. And that's awesome to hear for both of them. But I guess Carmella is going to be the one doing staying home, and Corey Graves has to do his job. And I think that's what Seth Rollins did when Becky Lynch was pregnant as well. So, because it's not labor, right? It's not labor. So Corey Graves can't really do much. Only Carmella could do a whole bunch because she has to do her exercise and all the baby training and all that stuff. Corey Graves will do the parenting training stuff when it's time, but most of the stuff right now is Carmella's thing and what she has to do until labor, and then Corey Graves will do the labor thing. So, yeah. Congrats to the lovely couple getting their being pregnant. Then, guys, on another sad news like about Jerry Springer. So, let's get to Monday Night Raw. To start out Monday Night Raw was the draft with Triple H giving out the first round. And then he called out Paul Heyman. Well, he introduced Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman was talking and talking and talking. I was going to fall asleep because he's talking. He's like MJF, but he doesn't wrestle. My goodness. Stop talking. Yes, Roman is on SmackDown. He does have to. And then he brings up the World Heavyweight title that Roman is going to take it. He can't take it because now he is stuck on SmackDown and he can't go for the World Heavyweight title. Stupid Paul. I don't know how I did that. So now we know who could go for the World Heavyweight title, but we don't know the free agents. There's some good free agents, right? There's some good ones. But ladies and gentlemen, yep, that's happening. And then Seth Rollins came out talking about Roman Reigns and how he was running away from him. Now he ran away from him because he's on SmackDown and Seth Rollins is on Raw. And he says he's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And then he asked the Texas crowd how long it would take Seth Rollins to put Paul Heyman on his face to get a stomp. Paul Heyman looks like he pooped himself until Solo Sikoa came out and had a stare down with Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman had a phone call during the promo from Seth Rollins, and he was talking to his tribal chief, and he couldn't really listen because the fans were singing the Seth Rollins song. He was really upset with that because he yelled at the fans saying, "I can't hear my tribal chief." But the tribal chief said that Solo will have a match with Seth Rollins in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Now we have Damage Control versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. It wasn't Io Sky, it was Bayley and Dakota Kai having a match. It was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Damage Control. Does Bayley and Dakota Kai get a title shot? Yes, I know. We don't understand. Liv Morgan and Raquel is now on Raw, not on SmackDown. And Damage Control is on SmackDown. Guys, the women's tag team title is defended on both shows. If you have a tag team partner, you could go for the tag team titles. Yeah, Liv Morgan and Raquel still has to defend the tag team titles on Raw and SmackDown. I'm hoping they change the men's. Don't change the women's because there's not a lot of women's tag team division. But there could be a lot of men's because they brought some NXT tag teams up. Mostly only Pretty Deadly. And now Veer, Sangha, and Jinder, they brought them up. I'm hoping they split up the men's tag team titles. Give Sami and Kevin Owens the Raw Tag Team titles because they're on Raw. And do a tournament for the SmackDown Tag Team titles for SmackDown. I want to see split up tag team titles, because I'm getting tired because there's no point in this draft. They give you a different world title, but there's still going to be a whole bunch of wrestlers going to be fighting on Raw that's from SmackDown, and Raw guys fighting on SmackDown for the tag titles. And you got the women's as well for the women's tag team titles. It doesn't really do anything. It's still like a free bird wool. Then we had Ricochet and Braun Strowman versus Alpha Academy. These guys did not know when they're going to get drafted. But ladies and gentlemen, it was an okay match. Not bad. It was a little short. But the winner of that match was Ricochet and Braun Strowman. I thought Braun Strowman got unconscious. Or a concussion. That's the word. I guess he's fine. Oh no. We have Matt Riddle versus Jimmy Uso. But Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn had this. They did the same tactics as the Usos, cheating. When Kevin Owens and Jey Uso was stare down, Kevin Owens just falls on the ground and it looks like he hurt his head. And then Sami whacks the announce table with a steel chair, throws it to Jey Uso. He calls out the ref, saying that Jey Uso hit Kevin Owens with a steel chair, and the referee just kicks out Jey Uso. And then, during the match, almost at the end, Jimmy Uso was taking the padding off of the turnbuckle. Sami distracted the referee. Kevin Owens grabs the head of Jimmy Uso, smacks his head on the exposed turnbuckle into the metal. The winner of that match was Matt Riddle. Then we had Omos. Is it anything different? No. He defeated a jobber. So why are you a free agent? I don't think Raw or SmackDown wants you, because you're not making anything good. You're making things horrible. Like I said, he's like the Great Khali, and he's like that guy in freaking AEW. Useless. Useless giants. I'd rather watch Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley, all these other big guys than Omos. People say Braun Strowman sucks. Are you kidding? The guy actually could run. The guy actually could have a good match with actual competitors in the WWE, not local competitors. Omos has been versing these local competitors how many times? How many weeks it been? He versed like the small guys from WWE, and then he goes back to jobbers. The only big guy he ever wrestled in his dang career was Brock Lesnar. The only two good guys he actually wrestled, well, mostly all of them, but he had a WrestleMania match against the WWE superstars, The New Day. And then you give him jobbers. Like, Jesus, you're trying to make this guy go big, and they didn't even hype up. Seth Rollins didn't come out to attack Omos after his match. So, what's the point? You hype up this match for 1 week from last week for Backlash, and you don't do anything for this week. I don't understand that. Well, I guess it could happen on SmackDown because, like I said, everything is official of the draft after Backlash, so everybody could still wrestle each other on SmackDown because Shinsuke has a match. He's a Raw guy versus a SmackDown guy, Karrion Kross. So, and Viking Raiders as well, they're going to be on SmackDown versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet, I think. No, the OC, they're on Raw, and the OC's on SmackDown. So, yeah, they're going to do that. But I don't know, Omos and Seth Rollins going to wrestle each other on SmackDown. Or hype up this match for Backlash, because it's not hyped up at all. You hyped up the Brock Lesnar and Omos match at WrestleMania, but this match, no hype up. Maybe because nobody wanted to watch this match. Then we had Judgment Day versus LWO. I am so happy that these two factions are on two different brands. Because this is like the 4th or 5th time we've seen these guys wrestle each other. My goodness. And thank God I could stop hearing Dominic stop crying about his father. Because when Mr. Dominic wants to talk, the crowd did not want him to talk. Everybody hated him. Everybody booed him out of the building. Well, technically not really because he had a match. But ladies and gentlemen, we had a 6 mixed tag team match. Dominic, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley versus Vega, Rey, and Santos. And the winner of this match, you guessed it, Judgment Day. Oh, I'm hoping on SmackDown, because they're on SmackDown now. They don't have to worry about Judgment Day. LWO could actually win matches. Please win matches. Because I'm getting tired of seeing Judgment Day beat LWO. There's freaking young wrestlers losing. Santos, Zelina Vega. You got a Hall of Famer Rey. And he won at WrestleMania. He reformed his LWO, but now he's losing more than he was as a singles wrestler. Oh my God. I'd be sorry for Rey. But now he's on SmackDown and Judgment Day is on Raw, so we don't have to see that match again. This is the last time we see this match. Then we had Seth Rollins versus Solo, and it was a pretty decent match until it turned into a disqualification. Seth Rollins wins by disqualification. The Usos came out, attacked Seth Rollins, and then Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn attacked the Bloodline to save Seth Rollins to end the show. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT. There's some matches that doesn't make any sense because some people got drafted, mostly the NXT Tag Team titles, because the NXT Tag Team Champions are on SmackDown and the Challengers is now on Raw. And they're fighting for Tag Team Championships that they might have to vacate for new champions on NXT. So I don't know what's happening, but if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. And I will see you guys tomorrow. That's all for me today. Taz out. Bye.